Uh, I look at Texas A&M, probably Alabama, Kentucky. Three of the more physically talented teams in our league, and those are three teams that are going to come in Auburn Arena. Texas A&M being first. They've dominated us the last couple times we've played them. They got, they're the eighth biggest team in the country. They rank in rebounding and defense and block shots. The closer you get to the basket, the better you don't look. We're obviously going to have to continue to do things from the perimeter and mix up some of this stuff on the inside. Guarding the ball, guarding the paint is going to be challenging. They got just really good personnel. They're back to being healthy, and they're really deep. And I think they're going to play their way back in the tournament. I do. I think that before it's all said and done, they got a 30 RPI. They're just a couple of key wins away from being right back in the picture. So but we're playing for something, and some things that are pretty significant, and so you got to be able to beat some people along the way.
I guess this is a really big week for them because they play you and then Kentucky.
It's a big week for us. I look at it. I don't. It could be a big week for 13 other teams. It's a big week for us. We got Texas A&M. We have Georgia, and we got. And as I said, you look at our last 8 games now, and they're all, every one of them are going to provide some unique challenges, and we'll just keep doing what we're doing. We'll just keep taking them one at a time, and figure out ways to try to take advantage of our strengths and go at their weaknesses.
Look back at last year's game versus only Mustafa really had any success, and Ronnie a little bit late. A lot of their personnel is the same, so what are the things that point out to you that they do defensively beyond just their size?
Yeah, they played us a lot of zone last year. They haven't played that much zone, but they were able to put us on the, challenge our shots in the perimeter using their length. And they did a pretty good job of getting the ball inside and then inside out. Like every time we kind of dug and doubled, they kicked it back out, and they made a lot of shots, especially in the first half. So, it was, we weren't as good a half-court defensive team as we are now, and so we're going to need to disrupt them a little bit.
Appreciate talking.
Excuse me 1 second.
That's film of the game Saturday night.
Yeah.
Anything stand out to you?
I just thought what stood out to me about watching the game was I think it's hard to play Vanderbilt because they present matchup problems, and that's why it's hard to play against us, because we present matchup problems. And obviously the way they shot it with 10, they make 10 threes. When they score 75 points and they make 10 threes, Vanderbilt wins. And they did those things, and we were still able to come out victorious.
How has Shuma developed defensively over the course of the season? Because there was points a couple weeks ago against Georgia. He's had a hard time playing with fouls.
Yeah.
Since then, he's only had 1 or 0 fouls in a game against the Chance. The Chance really made him alive. So
right.
How is he balancing learning to play with fouls, but also not aggressive against better?
Yeah, he's an underrated defender. In the sense that we don't talk about his defense a lot. Like Deshaun, he plays the same position as Deshaun. And like Deshaun, he can get out there and move his feet a little bit. I know the Chance may have gone by him a couple times, but I really didn't mind the matchup. I mean, when you got a guy like Shuma that can really truly move his feet on the perimeter, and he's got the size to be able to guard inside. I think he went through a stretch against a couple of teams with some real size that we got to hold it and grab it and got himself in some foul trouble, and that probably became a bit of a frustration. But he's a really versatile defender. I mean, just as versatile as you see him offensively, where he can shoot it, put it on the floor, and do a few things. A good passer. He's really versatile defensively too. He's a strength for us on the defensive end.
How this journey got started with a loss to Barry when you gave up 100 points, was that? I think you knew at post game that this might be a good thing that's happened, isn't it?
Well, I mean, I asked the question, what does that loss to Barry say about everything? I said that Barry's a pretty good team. That Barry could win the Division II national championship. They're good. They shot it. They were older, some of the things that we did guarding them, we changed immediately. Like one of the things that we had done against them was, here's a good example. So we utilized the fact that Shuma and Deshaun can both move their feet and guard on the perimeter, and we switched a lot against Barry, which may have made some sense. but it presented us with some real matchup problems, and now we're not switching quite as much, and it's helped us out defensively. So, as far as being ranked, now that we're in the top 10, it makes me, my reaction to it is, how many programs at Auburn are ranked in the top 10? Like we got some schools in architecture that are ranked in the top 10. We've got some schools in the School of Veterinary Medicine that are ranked in the top 10. Our football team finished in the top 10. Our men's golf team's in the top 10. I mean, and historically, so many other programs at Auburn have been in the top 10. Men's basketball hasn't since, 2000 or whatever it is. So, the fact that we at least find ourselves in this position, means we're holding up our end. This is all we're doing, is holding up our end. So.
What's the biggest